Hello, friend, and welcome to the 10-Minute Mind Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Janet Cagle, certified life coach, business strategist, and lover of all things related to up-leveling my life and yours. My goal is to help you experience a mind shift that gets you one step closer to your goals, whatever they are. My goal is not to keep you wrapped up in self-help all day, just 10 minutes. And who doesn't have 10 minutes, right? Good morning, friends. How are you? When I'm recording this, it is a Saturday morning, and Steve is out doing something in the garage. He looks really occupied, so I thought I'll just jump in the closet and record a podcast real quick, because that's what I do. So how are you? Let me know if this is your first time listening to the podcast, what you think. By the time this podcast is published, the Best Year Ever Goal Setting Workshop will be over, but you can still take advantage by getting the replay in your inbox. It's a very clever and fun way to set your goals this year. And you can set your goals at any time of the year. It doesn't have to be the new year. Just hit me up in the link in the show notes. All right, this is episode number 41, and your goals are like popcorn. I follow a few business coaches, and one of them is Samantha Siffring. And she was talking about this as it relates to growing an online business and being an entrepreneur. But I think it has application across all goals. So here we go. When we are trying to create the life of our heart's desire, we set goals. Some of us have weight goals, relationship goals, health goals, career goals, and even business goals. We can get in such a hurry to create the ultimate outcome that the entire process can become an exercise in frustration and impatience and confusion and indecision. And those emotions are exhausting. And so many times we just wear ourselves out and give up. We think that what we are doing isn't working because we aren't there yet, or we think we must not be doing it right, or that it's taking too long, or that we picked the wrong goal, or the worst thought ever, it just wasn't meant to be. Let me tell you that none of that is true. If you have this dream, if you have this desire, it is meant for you. Here's the analogy I want to give you to think about the next time you think any of those thoughts. Your goals are like popcorn. I want you to imagine putting a bag of popcorn in the microwave and closing the door and hitting the start button. You can hear the microwave doing its thing, but nothing is popping, right? The microwave is doing exactly what it's supposed to, and yet, if you stand there and you watch the process, the majority of the entire popping time, very little is happening. We don't stand there at the door thinking, this is taking too long. I must be doing it wrong. I guess I just wasn't meant to have popcorn. We know that popping popcorn is a process. We get it. We know that the oil has to get to a certain temperature, and then it has to work on the kernel. We allow the popcorn to heat up in the way it needs to heat up. We give it the luxury of time that it needs. We get it that the kernel has to go through a process in order to become popcorn. So hear this, my friend. You must go through the process too in order to create your result. When making popcorn, it takes several minutes for the first kernel to pop. In fact, the majority of the time passes before anything actually happens. And then it might be a few seconds before you hear another kernel pop, and then another, and then another. And then pretty soon it's just pop, 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 and the popcorn stops popping so fast and furious, it even keeps popping a little after the microwave turns off. That is exactly what is happening on your journey. In the beginning, we don't see a difference and it doesn't seem like anything is happening, but I want you to remember the popcorn and how long it takes before we hear the first kernel. Many of us don't wait long enough or stay on the journey long enough to see the first kernel of corn pop. We are doing the equivalent of opening up the microwave door, and that just stops the popping process altogether. That just slows everything down. We do that and then wonder why it's taking so long. I want you to start thinking about wanting to go through the evolution of the person that we are becoming as we create the result. I want you to take the luxury of time to really be aware of how you are growing and what you are learning. In fact, make a list of that today, of all of the things that you have learned on your journey. Pick any accomplishment that you've created in your life. Describe what you achieved, and then describe how you grew and evolved as a person as you were on that journey. Think back to the magic of that journey, and don't shortchange yourself on this journey and rush the growth. We don't want to rush the outcome. We want to experience the growth in incremental steps and not all at once. Imagine if a doctor applied for medical school and then got his license to practice in 90 days. What would he know? How talented would he possibly be, right? But we have the notion that our weight should just be gone overnight when we have spent 20 years packing it on. We think that just wanting more responsibility in a new role entitles us to the result of a promotion, or better yet, because we've been there the longest. I love that one. I hear this a lot from wives wanting to change their husband's behavior. I've been so much nicer. I've been trying, and he's still acting like a jerk. I'm just going to go back to acting like a jerk too. I gave the boss an idea, and he didn't use it. That's it. I'm saving all of my ideas for someone who will use them. We give up. We open the microwave door before the first kernel gets popped. Or we get the first kernel and it takes too long to get the next one, and we think that that was just a fluke, and so we quit on ourselves. But here's what I want you to know. Keep going. Keep doing the work to become the person that you need to become in order to create the result, whoever that is. Keep doing the work to become the woman who doesn't struggle with food, and you will lose the weight. Keep doing the work to become a collaborative, contributing team member, and you will get that promotion. Keep doing the work to manage our thoughts and your emotions, and you will create the relationship of your heart's desire. Don't sell yourself short by wishing it would go faster. Don't open up the microwave door before you've received your bounty. This all sounds so simple, and I know it does, but I promise you, it is that simple, but that doesn't make it easy. No matter what brick wall stands between you and your life by design, I promise you are closer than you think. You are stronger than you will need to be. You are. We all are. This is the time of year that we really look at what we want to create this year. Really give it your all this year. Give you your all this year. Give it all the time it takes, all the energy it takes, all the compassion you deserve. Have your own back for all of it. Be in for all of it. Be in for the hard and the uncomfortable, because after all, that is where the growth is, my friend. Don't avoid it. Lean into it. This is what I have for you today. If this inspired you, made you laugh, or even ticked you off, let me know. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to sign up for the Best Year Ever Goal Setting Workshop in the replay. And now, go have the best week ever. That's a wrap of the 10-Minute Mind Shift podcast. I hope that you were able to experience your own mind shift today. Listen, if you're ready to take this work to the next level, I highly recommend Life by Design Academy. It's my one-on-one coaching program that offers you a transformation at the speed of life.